Hey guys, ForTheAfro Reviews here, and today I'll be reviewing chapter 148 of Black Clover. So, the cover page of this is another color page, and the color pages have been killing it recently. Like, I have really loved all these colorings. Like, this one is of Licht, and he's like in red and white, and I really have always liked that color combination, so I guess I might be a little biased on this color page specifically, but, I think the art's done really well. It looks really cool. I like it. So anyway, progressing to the actual chapter, this one was pretty confusing, so brace yourselves. It took me more than one read-through to understand what the hell was going on here, and I don't think I was the only one. Maybe I'm stupid, I don't know, but I think this was a pretty confusing chapter, and I got some criticisms. You know, you could have wrote this in a way that was a lot easier for a reader to digest, I think. The first thing we get in this chapter is Licht getting his grimoire, his four-leaf clover, you know, and everyone being like, oh my god, it's a four-leaf clover. But the part that immediately threw me off was that they were like, oh, he uses sword magic. What? since when? I mean, yeah, some of his light blades were swords, I guess, but he doesn't use sword magic that we've seen. He uses light magic. Very clearly, he uses light. So I was just thrown off, through a loop, immediately. We see Lich talking to this kid that Lyra was told to go away. We're seeing all this through the perspective of his eyes. Lich is basically saying that like humans are getting like scared and stuff, and they're great in number, but they're really weak in magic compared to like elves and stuff. And they've quickly forgotten that the elves used to save them from like natural disasters and like stuff with their magic. So the relations are getting a little weird between them. He's saying that they fear what they don't know, and that's a really true thing with just like humans in like real life. We fear what we don't know, and although they look the same, you know, elves and humans, like except for like I guess the pointy ears, they don't understand them because you know they're so different in terms of magic and stuff. So like they're fearing them, and the humans are attacking the elves because of this. And as we see, this leads to some pretty dark stuff. So as Lich is having this conversation, he sees this giant tornado that's been like caused and amplified by magic, and he flies over with his crazy sword magic to take out the tornado. It's at this point when I was like, okay, this is like one of the only things I think was done kind of okay. Showing Lich actually using sword magic makes a lot of sense. Being like, okay, there we go. So this wasn't like something that was a mistake at the beginning of the chapter. Lich uses sword magic. I think they could have done that originally, like showing him using the sword magic right when he got his grimoire, like him like showing off, like check out my spell or something. I don't know, but that would have been like, oh, sword magic, you know, and you would have seen the sword magic immediately. Instead, for a few pages, I was left kind of confused. Like, is this a typo? Is it a translation error? Like, what's going on? Let's use light magic. I know that. Like, I'm not that remembering the ancient series. I know he uses light magic. So yeah, seeing that was pretty cool. Good clarification. We also saw this other person use light magic at the same time to take out the tornado. So little like mystery element introduced there. I liked that. This is one of the scenes I really did like, obviously. Also, it was specifically stated that the person that stopped the tornado with Lich had magic on par with him. So despite the person turning out to be, as we find out, a human, he had magic on par with Lich, and I think that's a little important. Obviously, he was a pretty special human, something kind of like Julius, you know, kind of an anomaly. He's like super OP as compared to like a normal human, at least. So when the tornado dispels from their attacks, Lich catches this woman who turns out to be the sister of the man who helped Lich take out the tornado. And it's from here that Lich develops a friendship with these humans. It turns out they have views and whatnot of the world very similar to Lich, so he bonded with them immediately, basically. Another small detail that I think is kind of important, it was stated very clearly that while Lich uses sword magic, the brother uses light magic, the woman uses wind magic, and we all know who else uses wind magic who's really important to the series. You know. There's some theories that you know somehow the son of Lich, you know, like the OG Lich, like he's the son of him, and that somehow, like, you know, through the ages, something like he's his ancestor or whatever. I don't know how true that is. I thought it'd be interesting to mention that I think it's the only other wind element user we've seen has been this woman who married the original Lich way back when. Lich's friend, the human, the brother of the woman, is saying that with the elves' crazy control of mana and how much they have, and the humans' like innovations with technology and stuff that has to do with magic, that together they could create a really safe and like utopian kind of world for them, and like it would be great. So he has this idealistic view of like we can live together and we can like you know like create a better world together. And from from that scene, we immediately cut to the news that Licht had gotten his sister pregnant, and everyone was like congratulating them and stuff. So it was a happy occasion. It wasn't like, whoa, you're banging my sister, man? Like, no, nothing like that. It was a happy moment. Everyone was happy for them. Next, we saw Licht and the woman's wedding scene, and everyone, again, looked very happy. It seemed like everything was going great in this flashback for a long time, and we're still seeing this from the perspective of this unnamed character. And he says, tomorrow is your Grimoire awarding ceremony. Like, I'm happy for you. Like, Licht is saying that to this guy. So, I have no idea who this guy is. It's not the brother. The brother already has a Grimoire. It's not the sister. She already has a Grimoire, I'm pretty sure. And if it was, he wouldn't be, like, he wasn't, you could see the woman in that shot. He wasn't talking to the woman. So, I have no idea. It has to be just another random elf. But I'm not sure which one of importance it could be at this point. I have no idea. It's very confusing. So next, we cut from this happy scene, all this good stuff going on, a wedding. Licht is happy for this guy getting Grimoire the next day, all kinds of good stuff, right? We cut to a real dark scene. Seems like the same area, only there's this crazy magic seal that has been created so that all the elves can't use magic in it. At least that's what I'm getting, what I'm assuming from the context. And then we see light magic, specifically mentioned light magic, raining down on all the elves, murdering everyone. And we see the guy, from whoever's perspective it is, saying, I will not ever forgive you. Like, basically. Well, he doesn't get to finish the sentence because he dies. Like everyone else, he's just getting slaughtered. So, that is pretty brutal. Pretty brutal indeed. It's looking like the brother betrayed them, but from the flashback, it doesn't seem like he would do such a thing. Like, I have no idea what's going on here, but there has to be more to the story, or a reason that he did said thing, or maybe it was someone else with light magic. Although it's really rare, maybe someone else has it. I don't know. Maybe they're setting him up. Maybe someone like who can copy magic, who's like making it look specifically like that guy did it. Someone pulling the strings from behind. Who knows? Who knows? All I know is that I didn't see the brother at the wedding, so it could very well be them. So after the slaughter, we see this, whoever's perspective this is, we see them closing their eyes and reopening them, but being somewhere completely different, being really confused. They look in the mirror and they're in Licht's body, but they're not Licht, which makes more sense. This guy is also has light magic, which again confuses me. I think this is the brother. Like, this is why I got confused by why light magic was raining down earlier. I think this guy is the brother of Licht's wife, and that he got reincarnated into Licht's body, and that's why Licht can use light magic in this timeline, but he's not really Licht, but he's in William Vengeance's body, but he's not really William Vengeance. They're sharing a body, but that shared body has his conscience taken over. Like, what? Like, what's going on here, guys? I am super confused. But anyway, it's basically revealed that Licht, before they die, used a forbidden magic of rebirth. So there's probably lots of people who are rebirth elves, and I think that's why Gauchu is so precious to Licht, and why he didn't want to kill him earlier. I think he's a reborn elf, and that's why he has high magic. This would be a much more likely thing for Yuno. I think Yuno could be a reborn elf, and that's why he's so powerful. Although I don't think Licht has ever recognized him. I don't think he's ever seen him. So that's until just now when he walked out of the crazy sphere thing. So yeah, more on that later. Hopefully, hopefully we get a lot more crazy powerful elf reborn people, because that would be a cool enemy. All of them would have powers that outclass their current heroes, so they have to step up really, and I would like to see that. It'd be super interesting to see a bunch of royals have to deal with, like, basically being the commoners in comparison to the elves, like how Magna has to fight in like a creative way because he doesn't have a lot of magic as compared to like a noble, maybe a noble fighting an elf and having like the same dilemma, and then like maybe one of them remembers Magna. He's like, wow, so this is what, okay, I get it. I don't know, that'd be cool. I really need to see the noble stop being pieces of shit in the series, so anything to humanize them a little bit would be great. And I want to point out that I realized the character said that it was just him that was reincarnated. He said it very specifically, but everyone wasn't reincarnated. It was just me. But how was he supposed to know that from where he was? Like, he was in a single room. He just woke up. There's no way he could be like, so there's no other elves anywhere in the world that got reborn. Duh, obviously. Just me. Found that kind of weird that he just immediately assumed that. Maybe it's super hard to use, and like, you can only reborn one person at a time based on the rules and the magic. I don't know. I like to go with the assumption that there's a bunch of elves that are reborn, or at least a handful. Because Gouch seems like he has to be one. Since he looks just like a guy that we've seen in the flashback with the elves, and Licht didn't want to kill him and stuff. So there's at least two. There's at least two, which means that there could be a possibility of there being more. 5, 7. That seems like a good number to me. I don't know. A couple, just enough to have a couple good fights with some of our main characters. And then the final page is Licht and who I believe to be the brother. Again, I only saw him in that one drawing. He looks like him, but a lot of the characters in the series look really similar, especially from the elf kind of back area. I'm almost 100% positive this is that guy. This is the reborn version of the brother of Licht's wife. God, this is getting convoluted, but in Licht's body. And now I think that this consciousness has transferred to Licht's original elf body. That was my thought, because we saw the body walk out of that prison of light. Or maybe that was Licht actually being reborn. Who knows? I'm literally so confused. So, I'm really hoping that this gets elaborated on a lot next chapter. Please, let's discuss in the comments. What do you think is going on? I'm lost. So, any comments would be greatly appreciated. Discussion's always fun. Like, comment, subscribe if you like the video, and until next time, guys, I will see you.